Today, we are jumping right into a grammar point that, well, it trips a lot of people up. The difference between who and whom.
That old chestnut.
Right. So our mission today is simple. Cut through that confusion, give you a straightforward, really effective way to understand it. We're pulling this straight from an expert grammar guide.
Yeah.
And believe me, getting this right, it's not just about, ticking grammar boxes. There are real benefits here.
Oh, absolutely. It's huge. When you actually nail who versus whom, it just instantly makes your communication sound, well, more polished.
Polished, yeah.
Think about your emails, right? Or job interviews, even presentations. It really can boost your confidence when you're speaking or writing.
Confidence is a big one.
Totally. And, people notice that stuff. Listeners, readers, they subconsciously pick up on that attention to detail. They respect it. It shows you care.
I see.
And honestly, if you're aiming for that, truly native fluency, mastering these little things, the seemingly small stuff, that's often what gets you there.
I really like that point. And our source material, it uses this great analogy, compares grammar to music. You know how in music, the small notes, even the pauses, they really matter, don't they?
They really do. It changes the whole feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So knowing when to use who or whom, it's kind of like hitting the perfect key at exactly the right moment.
Yeah, it just clicks, makes it sound right. Harmonious, as you said.
Okay, so let's get practical. How do we hit that right key? Because, it feels tricky sometimes. Our guide offers a really, a brilliant little trick. Super simple.
It does, yeah. And it's a classic, really. It boils down to a substitution test.
Okay.
Think of it like this. If you can swap in he or she in the sentence and it still makes grammatical sense, then who is almost always going to be your word.
He or she.
But
Right.
if him or her fits better, then whom is what you need. And the little memory aid here is whom ends in fim, just like him.
Ah, okay. Im for him and whom. That's clever.
It's quick. It's usually reliable. A good litmus test for most situations.
That him and trick, it sounds like that perfect balance, right? Simple enough to remember, but it's actually based on the real grammar behind it.
Exactly.
So let me see if I've got this. Who is for the subject, the person doing the thing,
Yep.
and whom is for the object, the person having the thing done to them or receiving it. Like he does, him receives.
You've absolutely got it. That's the core principle.
Right.
Who is a subject pronoun? It performs the action, just like he or she. So you'd ask, who called? Answer, he called. See, who fits?
Right.
But whom is an object pronoun. It receives the action, or, importantly, it often comes after a preposition like to, for, with.
Ah, prepositions. That's where it gets fuzzy for me sometimes.
That's where it tricks people up. But the trick works there, too. So, to whom did you give the book? You'd answer, I gave it to him, or to her. The him or her tells you whom is correct.
Okay. That makes sense. So once you kind of internalize that subject-object thing, the he-him trick just becomes a really fast shortcut. Helps you figure it out, even when the sentence gets a bit more complicated.
That feels much more intuitive than trying to, memorize a textbook definition. Can we try a couple more? Just to lock it in for everyone listening?
Well, let's do it.
Okay, what about who wants ice cream? I'm thinking he wants ice cream, not him wants ice cream.
Perfect. So
it's who.
exactly, you nailed it. Now try this one. With whom are you going?
With whom? Okay, the answer would be, I'm going with him or her. So because him fits, it's got to be whom.
Precisely. See, the trick handles those prepositions, which is often the sticking point. With is a preposition, so whom follows.
Ah, okay. That's really useful. So the trick isn't just for simple sentences. It helps with those prepositional phrases, too. What else does the guide say about making this stick? Moving beyond just the test and making it natural.
Yeah, good question. The guide really emphasizes practice, consistent exposure, and actually using it. Think of it less like a rule you cram for and more like, I don't know, a muscle you build over time.
Okay, like exercise for grammar.
Sort of. One thing it suggests is actively listening for who and whom when you hear people speak well. In podcasts, interviews, maybe even some quality TV shows or movies, pay attention to how fluent speakers use them.
Conscious listening. I like that.
Another really powerful thing is to use them in your own writing, like maybe in a journal or even just practicing sentences. When you write it down, you have to consciously choose, and that reinforces it.
That makes sense. Writing forces you to slow down and think it through. It feels less like memorizing and more like integrating it, making it part of how you actually communicate.
Exactly. It's about internalizing it, making it second nature, not just passing a quiz.
So the goal isn't just knowing the rule, but actually using it without thinking too hard eventually.
Right. And here's another tip from the guide, one that's maybe a bit overlooked but really effective. Try teaching it to someone else.
Oh, interesting. Explain it to learn it.
Exactly. When you have to explain the hem trick or the whole subject-to-object idea to another person, it forces you to get really clear on it yourself. You have to articulate it simply, that process. It cements it in your own mind like nothing else.
That's a great point. The teacher always learns the most, right?
Often, yeah. It's powerful stuff.
Okay, so we've kind of unlocked the who and whom puzzle with this he-him trick and understanding the subject-object roles. But stepping back, what we've really been discussing today isn't about being some kind of rigid grammar perfectionist, is it?
Not at all.
It's more about the power you get from expressing yourself clearly.
Precisely.
Getting these little things right actually makes a difference in how people hear you.
That really is the heart of it. That's the key takeaway. When you use the right word at the right time, and especially with something like who or whom that people often get wrong, it sends a signal.
What kind of signal?
It signals care, precision, competence. You are heard more clearly. You're understood better. And ultimately, you are respected more. It just elevates your communication, shows you have a command of the language.
Wow. It's kind of amazing how such a small distinction can carry that much weight.
It really can.
The difference between who and whom,
Yeah.
it might seem tiny on the page, but like you said, it can genuinely open some pretty big doors, professionally and personally. And for everyone listening, remember those practical ways to make this stick we talked about, listening actively, maybe trying it out writing, or even explaining it to a friend. Just weave those practices into how you're learning. You'll definitely see the results.
Absolutely. And let me leave you with one last thought on this, something powerful from our source material.
Okay.
It says, every time you speak, you're practicing power.
That's potent. Practicing power. So keep learning. Keep growing. You're probably closer than you think to really mastering these subtle but powerful parts of communication.